Hey, what's up, guys? Checking out some microphones today. I busted out that mic yesterday for songs that slap, and I'm trying to figure out which microphone I'm going to use. Like, I feel like I'm getting into overproduction and kind of like a dork. I wanted to keep this kind of DIY and just me and a fucking camera, but like I really like I need to get my home studio set up and get things rolling here. I got some overdubs. I went to the studio a couple months ago and recorded some stuff just like me and acoustic and like stuff that I could overdub do. I did some of the click track and some that I didn't. Anyways, but I've recorded those and I need to do overdubs on all those. So I got to get my studio set up. So me getting this microphone out and being like, all right, well, I'm doing some audio production and stuff. So it just gets the ball rolling.
Okay, here's what we got. We got the RE50, which I used this yesterday for songs that slap for the first time using a microphone. And this is a tried and true dynamic interview slash broadcast mic. This one's really old, been beat up. The capsule's kind of loose in there, and I've like stuck a piece of paper in there to keep it from rattling around. It works, and but it's just kind of nasally and so compared to these especially. So I'm probably not gonna. I need to probably sell that thing or just keep it as a lo-fi mic for like recording guitar amps or something. But anyways, this is the Shure Beta 58A, which man, tried and true. They're a little more, I think, souped up compared to the regular SM58. I think the electronics are slightly different, but it sounds great. Just tried and true, and you just know what you're going to get with one of these. It sounds good. Not my favorite out of these. Next, we have the Audio Technica, this is a ATM 41A made in Taiwan. I think this was made in like the 80s or 90s, I think 80s or 90s if I was guessing. This one's in great shape. You can pick them up pretty cheap, but this is probably going to be the one I end up using. I think it sounds great. I used it when I hosted open mic the other night, and pretty much every person, and there's different dynamic range, like vocal ranges, from basses to tenors to even someone doing some falsetto stuff. And this thing actually did really, really well through the paces. And for that cheap of a microphone, I'm like kind of blown away. Especially compared to like these three. These are all Shure mics here, which everyone recognizes. Obviously, this is the 57. It's just, it slaps for sure. Sure. But yeah, you just can't beat them. They sound great, especially you can EQ them, and you can pretty much get it to almost sound like a SM7B if you really know what you're doing. But these are great, just tried and true, great microphones, and they look cool. Just work. This is a cool microphone. This is Unisphere 1. This is the one I usually gig with, like when I'm singing or performing, doing shows. And this is the Unisphere 1 565 SD. I bought this in a pawn shop in Norman, Oklahoma. This is a 70s model, early 70s model. This actually, the technology in this predates not the beta, but the regular SM58. It predates that. But this is a 70s version that's been wired for XLR versus, I think the ones that were before the 58, that kind of the precursor had like the screw on and hypnol jacks. But this is like the Woodstock microphone, essentially, is what this is, which is, I mean, it's great. This thing rocks. But I don't really think I want to use it for songs that slap. I think what I want to do is just use this cheaper, because they did re-release these, but you can't find, I mean, you can find them, old ones, vintage ones, but like they re-released these. But I just want to kind of keep this one for when I'm singing, and so we'll leave that. We're gonna use this one. We're gonna use this ATM 41A. Yeah, check this thing out. This thing's great. Anyways,
All right, now here's a little audio sample clips. I'm just going to roll through them and you can hear each one. I'm running it through a one of these little studio preamps. It's the Studio V3, cheap little preamp. Add a little spice to them where those dynamic microphones will pick up some more input. Sounds great for what it is. I mean, it's like a $50-$60 preamp. Another pawn shop find for me here, and I'm just running that into a Behringer XR18 Air. It's like the Midas preamps and stuff. Nothing crazy, but it gets the job. I ran it into Logic Pro, no processing. I did turn up the RE50 a little bit on the gain just to match the levels of the other microphones, and they're all about the same, so I didn't really mess with them. All right, here are the audio samples. Check them out.
Songs that slap. You're listening to the RE50, Songs that slap. This is the Beta 58A, the Shure Beta 58A, Songs that slap. This is the Shure SM57, Songs that slap. This is the Shure 565 SD, Songs that slap. This is the Audio Technica ATM 41A, Songs that slap.
That's the story of the voiceover microphones for Songs that slap. Now check out Songs that slap and SamuelYoungMusic.com. Love y'all. Thank you for all the support. Have a good day.